Good afternoon, and thanks for coming back to Christmas on World of Woodrow. Up next, it's This Week in Robot Combat. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to This Week in Robot Combat, coming to you live on this, the 27th of December 2020. It's the last official news episode of the year. First and foremost, let me just say a massive thank you to everybody who has supported the channel and specifically supported this series throughout the year. It means a massive deal to me that this series has been something that people have enjoyed and a useful resource for people to collate everything that that is happening in the world of robot combat. And I must admit, there are things that I will have missed because I'm a one-man show. I do everything by myself, looking for all the stories and, you know, sharing them all as well. So there are things that I do miss, and if I have missed a story that has been important to you this year, I do apologise. I do my best, and that's all I can ever do. We are obviously going to be looking through more of the news for this week in just a moment, and then we shall be going through comments for the last time for this year. There will be one last news video, which is of course the 2020 recap video that will be coming out on New Year's Eve at 9 o'clock in the evening, so do be sure to check that out when it does come along. It is the last video on my channel for this year, as late in the game as I would like it. So yeah, thank you also for all of your support throughout all the Christmas content that has come out on World of Woodrow this year. There's been a lot of it, not as much as there was probably last year. I did thin it down a little bit, but it still seemed to be quite a lot of work. I think some of the projects this year were a little bit bigger than perhaps last year's. Particular highlights for me, we had a crap heap challenge. I've got my festive boy here. There he is. Look, little tree. I did actually name this. I've called it Treason because it's a Christmas tree. But yeah, I'm proud that I've made this year. That's one of my highlights. And yeah, we've also had 2 No More Spinners, which can be quite involved. It was a right task having to try and organise when everybody was free. Doing a big guest one like that is always tricky. And speaking of big guest things, we obviously had the quiz last night, the Big Bot Quiz of the Year. If you haven't seen that already, I don't blame you, because the Big Fat Quiz of the Year was on at the same time, and I was trying to watch both and failing. So yeah, make sure, if you want to, that you go and check out the Big Bot Quiz of the Year. It was a lot of fun to make, and a lot of fun to listen to again, actually. So do be sure to go and check that out. There will be probably a link, I don't know, probably not actually, it was only the last video, so I'm hoping you can find that yourselves. You're all big people and can fend for yourselves. I hope everybody had a very Merry Christmas. I certainly did. You'll notice this thing here. Ooh, a new microphone. I'm going to pick it up and probably cause earache for everybody. But yeah, new microphone. Ooh, very nice. Trust one. It is the Trust Emitter Plus microphone. I got it from Mankind. It was in a big package that also had a big sort of sprung boom and a big pop filter thing that I did try and set up last night and failed, because I don't have the surfaces to set it up properly here. If you hadn't, or if you couldn't tell, I do this sat on my bed, because it's the only space I have free. So yeah, this is more me, a little tripod that I can fold away and put somewhere safely out of the way. So yeah, I didn't get that much in the way of robot combat stuff. I did get a little present from David of Smeg, which was these Robot Wars Battle Cards Pack 4. Finally, for years I've had the other 3 packs, and I never got this one. So that that completes that little collection, which I'm very, very pleased about. Yeah, other Robot Combat merch, I didn't get a lot really. I've got a load of stickers from Tombstone. They weren't really Christmas presents as such. I must show you one thing I did get though, and I think it's highly decorative. Is this wonderful thing? A beautiful Shatter scarf. There it is, and a load of Shatter swag as well, including a pin badge which is next to me. There's the pin badge. I've not got it out of the bag yet. You can't really see it very well. This doesn't focus, but yeah. Got that, the scarf, and a load of stickers, and I might just wear it. I might just wear the Shatter scarf, you know. It's Christmas, it's cold out, and Shatter fought this week, so, you know, seems appropriate. But they were lovely, lovely presents from a Roboteer, so many thanks. They know who they are. I'm not going to shout you out in person because I don't want you getting hounded. But yes, thank you very, very much. It is much appreciated. So, without further ado, I think I've yammered on for long enough about Christmas gifts and all that sort of thing, and that we should probably plough on into this week's news. So without further ado, let's check out the news feed. And first and foremost, we have a video from Robert Cohen telling us all about what on earth happened, what the bleeding heck happened in the Copperhead versus Gigabyte fight. It was such a good fight. It was last week? Yeah, last week's episode. But yeah, the video came out soon after I'd done the news. So I thought, well, I ought to share that really. And there it is. That was end of last week's news. Moving up. Also last Sunday was the premiere of BattleBots in Canada on Discovery. So if you didn't check that out, Canada, it's on. Check it out. Finally, you get BattleBots on. UK, I don't know. We don't know when or if. It is a big if at this point. We just don't know. So fingers crossed going forwards. Maybe the Discovery Go app, or the Discovery Plus app. That would be lovely, actually. If I got the Discovery Plus app and they put it on there for us Brits, that would be cool. Lego Wars. We must talk some Lego Wars. There are 2 new robots that will be competing, one of which will be competing in... But no, both of these, I believe, are going to be competing in Series 2 of Lego Wars. We have, of course, Cobalt and Mastiff Massive! Fans of ESC will get that little in-joke, the Mastiff Massive. If you know, you know, basically. Yeah, so Mastiff, which is a flipper, from Italy, I believe, and Cobalt, obviously the big vertical spinner. And there is a video coming from David very soon, which will show off a few new robots, as well as potentially some old ones as well. But yeah, look out for that on the David of Smeg YouTube channel. I'm looking forward to driving Cobalt, because I'm calling dibs. David, I'm calling dibs. I want to drive Cobalt, please, please, thank you. Please. Okay, we'll move on to the application video for Slapbox. Now, if you didn't see BattleBots this week, then there will be spoilers in this video, so do click off it. I understand if you haven't seen it. It did come out on Christmas Eve. So yeah, BattleBots this week. The first fight was between Slapbox and Tombstone. The application video for Slapbox is really cool. It shows off what each member of the team does and how they help. And the kids are all very much involved in the team. I'm a big fan, big family team. Love it. Love, love, love. It reminds me of the sort of Bigger Brother team back in the day that everybody is involved. Yeah, big love for this team. And it's a shame that what happened to them happened to them. They got drawn against Tombstone. Straight off, and I feel very sorry for them, but they did their best to armour 2 big wedges at the front and a big sort of wedged lifter. The 2 wedge sections were removed first, not sure how, but they just sort of popped off, and then it was a wheelectomy. 3 wheels removed out of 4 for Tombstone, and a Tombstone win in the end, which, you know, bullying, innit? bullying. We don't like bullying, but also Tombstone probably needed that win after its very quick defeat against Dear Endgame. We'll move on. So yeah, I meant to say there's a application video up on their YouTube channel, and there's links to their YouTube channel on the Facebook page where you can find links to all of this week's stories and all the stories from all of this week in Robot Combat for this year, and some of last year as well. And of course, you can find the World of Woodrow Facebook page in the description below this video. Right, moving on to Deadlift. Yeah, it's got a flamethrower. Deadlift has a flamethrower as well, because why not? You know, why not? This is a really cool robot. I can't wait to see it fight. It's one of the robots that we've not seen fight yet. I'm hopeful that they're going to be fighting this week, but I don't know for definite. So yeah, look out for Deadlift when it does finally appear in this season of BattleBots. It looks fearsome, big lifter, lots of fire. You gotta love it. We'll move on to Team Shock, who it turns out they have applied to BattleBots, and this is what the team said. I've been enjoying the latest season of BattleBots and have quite a bit of free time at the moment, so time to dust off the application for the first time since 2016. Let's hope there will be a new series next year so that we can finally take part. If you didn't know, Aftershock applied to be on BattleBots back in 2016. I don't think they were accepted because otherwise we'd have seen them. So fingers crossed, with the field looking like it's going to be growing and growing and growing, that we will get to see a Team Shock machine, whether it be a version of Aftershock or something completely new, in the not too distant future. You never know, we might get to see Manta. Who knows? We don't know what they're applying with, we just know that they have applied. Very exciting indeed. There's a video over on the Bloodsport YouTube channel. It's actually called Team Just Cuz Robotics, and it talks about their weapon choice for their fight in the main event against Endgame this week. What a fight it was. We're going to talk about it in just a little bit, but yeah, this is quite the beefy weapon. Very thick bar on it, has the little stabilizing wings on the top as well. Quite a fearsome robot, this Bloodsport. Is spoilers, currently 2-0. Has a very strong chance of getting into the tournament bracket. So yeah, look out for Bloodsport. Could be a one to watch. And I'm gonna go out on a limb and say I reckon Bloodsport would make an awesome Hexbug toy. So Hexbug, if you are listening, wouldn't mind a little Hexbug Bloodsport, please? That would be really cool. Thank you. Seeing as they used to be, I believe as this team used to be competitors at the old Vex competitions, sort of come full circle. That, you know, they've done the Vex competitions, they enter BattleBots, they get a Hexbug toy. Lovely little storytelling there, Hexbug, if you're listening. Yes, please, thank you very much. Haven't quite decided who I'd want to see also in the pack. Maybe Endgame, or maybe Scorpios. I don't know. Ooh, who knows? Tell me in the live chat or in the comments below what you would like to see Hexbug make next year, because Toy Fair, I imagine, will be in February again, so we'll get to see what on earth they're making. Fingers crossed. We did last year, we did the year before, you know, but it has been a crazy year, so I'd understand if we didn't. But if there is a Toy Fair, and I hope there will be, I'm hoping we'll get to see some Hexbug toys in February, so that would be exciting. February or March, I can't remember which one it is. So main event, yes, let's discuss it, because what a main event it was. Bloodsport and Endgame both have wedges, and that is just a fact. You need to accept that. This was a really interesting match. Going in, I had predicted Bloodsport. Come on! My predictions, by the way, this week, on form, 6 out of 7, and I was robbed of my 7th, I think. Anyway, and a lot of people agree. So yeah, Bloodsport versus Endgame. Endgame kind of died a bit. It lost a wheel. The whole weapon was like pushed out of position by Bloodsport's awesome weapon, and sort of jammed up everything. It had a massive strain on the batteries, which decided to just go on fire because, of course, a lot happened in this fight, and Bloodsport was the victor of the fight, and by God, what a showing this is starting to have. Endgame, it's a shame the sort of yo-yo. Amazing fight against Tombstone, really shocked me, but then this fight where it all sort of goes wrong, and apparently so there is a big sort of 2 big posts on the Endgame Facebook page. I haven't shared them in the news this week, but do go and check them out. It tells you exactly what went wrong, where and how they're combating it, and there are 3 major failure points that they then fixed after this happened. So do go and read all about that on the Endgame Facebook page, Team Endgame. Oh yes, robotics. Yeah, what a fight! Really amazing way to finish off the episode, and an amazing episode. I think this one of my favourites, if not my favourite of this series. So let's talk through the fight card, because there it is. We've got Slapbox versus Tombstone. We've discussed Slammo Pain Train. I think we're going to be talking about that in just a minute. Scorpio's Perfect Phoenix, really good fight. Scorpios dominated. Perfect Phoenix weapon went down, got some holes in it, died in the end. So yeah, Scorpios are now on the way back, 1-1. Perfect Phoenix, after a gimme win really, they're now at 1-1 as well. Mad Cat of Ribot we're going to be discussing in just a minute as well. Gamma 9 Chomp we'll discuss. Oh yes, we will. Shatter Malice we will also discuss in a bit. So yeah, we'll cover it, don't worry. Starting with a bit of this fight. Pain Train, Slammo. All I wanted for Christmas was a TV win for Craig Danby, and we got one. Massive congratulations to Craig Danby. Slammo suplexed it, did the thing. You can buy a t-shirt of suplexing Slammo on the BattleBots shop. Hashtag not spawn, but if you want to sponsor me, BattleBots, that's also fine. Yeah, this was a really, really good fun fight, and you know, Pain Train did some damage to Slammo. One of the arms stopped working, so yeah, it was a bit of a squeaky bum time, but Slammo did the thing, and it kind of dominated the fight. A couple of times, or once I think it fell over onto its back. Just need to get it into the system. It's the first time that Slammo has been in proper combat. Yeah, really good fight, really enjoyable, and a TV win for Craig Danby. Finally, after all these years, finally, Danby does the business with Slammo. Oh, finally. Massive congratulations to him and the team as well. Next, this was a good one. Mad Cat of Ribot. What a fight. What a really good fight. The Mad Catter team calling out the other colleges. They've taken WPI. They want who is it? I forget. Sawblaze, I think. Oh no, was it Sawblaze he called out? I can't remember who he called out. It was another college team. Somebody correct me in the live chat, because I hate not knowing. But yeah, these two machines very configurable. Both went for the vertical spinners. It was decided in a tiny bike race, because of course it was. That was an entertaining bit of the episode that you might forget. Oh man, it was such a good fight. And Mad Catter, again, another robot that I predicted for my top 16, going 2-0. Woohoo! Liking that prediction. Unfortunately, that does mean that Ribot, my Frog King, had to go 1-1, but had to be done because Mad Catter is just such a beast. You're looking at something that is sort of eyeing up Bite Force. I see what you're doing there, Bite Force. I see what you're doing, and we might see big things from Mad Catter. We will have to wait and see. Again, I know nothing about this season. The only spoilers I know were in this episode, so that's fine. I have no obligation to hold on to any spoilers for the season now, so that's wonderful. Next up, Shatter versus Malice. It was a really good fight. Give it its dues. It was a really good fight. One massive hit. Malice's weapon went down because Shatter took out the weapon belt, and thus taking out the weapon, damage to the primary weapon. Meanwhile, Shatter lost its axe head, really big damage, but they were still hitting with the axe arm, and still aggressive all the way through. And yeah, this is the one I feel I was robbed on, because I thought Shatter would win it. I really did, but I'm not a judge. They saw something I didn't. Fine by me. If the judge's ruling is continuing to be inconsistent, that's fine by me. We'll just have to wait and see, won't we, what happens with the judge's rulings. I can see an overhaul of the rules coming soon, but that's hearsay, neither here nor there. This is an odd fight because Shatter was just wailing on it all the time. Did not stop wailing on it, and though Malice was pushing, Shatter was using its drive to sort of worm its way out of those pushes, so Malice never really got a slam against a wall. It never really did anything else to Shatter. So give the points for control, I would say 2-1 to Malice. Aggression, I would give 2-1 to Shatter, and then it's just how you weight damage. And one had its primary weapon taken out completely, the other had a part of its weapon removed, but the weapon was still moving. That is how I see the fight anyway. I would weight the damage for Shatter win, but yeah, I can see why it was given to Malice. Again, it was a close fight, but what can you do? Now, Chomp went up against Gamma 9, and there is a video up on the Chomp YouTube channel, a link to which is on the Facebook page, and all the links for this week's stories are on the Facebook page, and do make sure you check out the description below to get to the Facebook page. Yeah, Chomp, Big Walker Chomp, Big Boy Walker Chomp is juggling its stuff across the BattleBots floor. It's not quick, it was never meant to be, but what it is an absolute tank. By God, it dished out some hits. It makes the BattleBox look small. It absolutely smashed Gamma 9. I was talking to a builder last night, and he was saying that the axe went through Gamma 9 and hit the floor of the BattleBox. That is terrifying. Oh my God, this thing has a ton of power, and you would not want to be anywhere near it. So yeah, Chomp, by God, it's got some flipping power to it this year. Look out for it. It's got 2 more fights to come, so look out for them as well. And exciting times ahead for Chomp, the big walker boy / girl. I don't know what Chomp is. Is Chomp a boy or a girl? Who knows? Who knows? Really good fight. Gamma 9 held up hella well. It managed to get lots of lifts in against Chomp. Had Chomp not have gone through it like a knife through butter, then I think Gamma 9 might have taken the win there, to be honest. But yeah, Chomp really did a number on them, and they've got some repairs to do now. Yikes. There's that fight again. I'll share that twice. I don't know. That was Merry Christmas from me. Ah, nice. And yeah, a bit of a plug for some of my content for this Christmas. Fightmas has finished. It's concluded. If you missed it, check it out. There's a playlist for Fightmas 2020 in the playlist section of this channel, so check that out in just a little bit, if you really want to anyway. And that is just about it for the news this week. Yeah, it's been Christmas, and as such, BattleBots is just sort of the main thing. Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. I'm going to check out the comment section now. We'll go through and see what's occurring. Hi, P1 is the best forward thrust flipper. You know what you've done. Good afternoon, I'm on time for one of these for once. Hello, Techno Andrew, lovely to see you, and thank you for watching the quiz last night. Robo Dwarf, the Time Lord 101. Hello. Wonderful name. I'm guessing an amalgamation of Robot Wars, Red Dwarf, and Doctor Who. I like it. Hello, Jen Randall. Can we do more rumbles? Which guys? Me as a person making fan-made rumbles, or BattleBots? Because I agree, more rumbles in BattleBots. Do it. You've answered my question, Robo Dwarf the Time Lord 101. Thank you very much. Hello, Random Raz CK. Wonderful to see you. Hope you had a Merry Christmas. What do you think of Thursday's Fight Night? Amazing episode. Loved it. Love, love, love. I got the new 2 Hexbug BattleBots pack. Yes, I saw your rotator works. Full stop. Your rotator works, and I'm very jealous. I've had no end of troubles with my rotator. Maybe I got a duff one. Might need to look at getting a second one and seeing if I can make it work. When I went to BattleBots in 2019, I only got a Texas Twister flag and Axe Backwards towel, but for the Shatter team, I couldn't get the scarf. Now, the team told me if you wear a Shatter t-shirt, you're more likely to get a Shatter scarf, so that's the way to do it. David is painting the arena. Lovely, a lovely fresh coat of paint for me to get all kinds of yellow lines and marks on it. Sorry. You'll have to fight me and Anderson for control. I will fight you on the beaches. I will fight you in the car park and in the shed. Chomp was really good. Yes, it was. Was Chomp walking fast? No. Was it meant to? Also no. Since Endgame vs Bloodsport was a main event, maybe, just maybe, we'll get a rival set based off those two. Who knows? I would love to see it, because I think both teams did Vex stuff in the past. Not sure if a slip of the tongue, but I believe there's no episode this week. There is not an episode this week. BattleBots have confirmed there is no episode this week. They come back next week, and also coming on the 4th of January, I believe, in the US at least, on Discovery Plus, is the I forget the name of it every time. What's Boba Fett again? Bounty Hunter. Yeah, Bounty Hunters, that's it. I have to think Boba Fett or whatever. Yeah, Bounty Hunters. BattleBots Bounty Hunters starts on the 4th of January. Very exciting. Woo! We might be covering it. I haven't decided yet. But certainly in January, as I said last week, I will not be making any content in January. That includes some news. I will continue to share things to the World of Woodrow Facebook page, but I'm having a break because I deserve one. I love the sound of that, Jen. I did my best to make an RC BattleBot, but the weapon is a snorkel with spikes on the end with a cardboard plough. That sounds amazing. I love it. Bloodsport weapon configuration kit. It would work. I've said several times that a configurable, like, robot kits, even like making bonus accessories for all the old robots as well, I would buy it. Having a big wedge for Bite Force, you know, like they did with the kit builds, where you could customize it with different front panels, back panels, all that stuff, but do it for the actual robots like the actual robots do. That would be awesome. What about Bombshell? Not in this season. Hello, Mr. BK. We need more flippers. Well, you know, we do and we don't. We'll wait for the British to come. Woohoo! Congratulations to Craig Danby. Completely agree. Craig finally won a fight, not counting the qualifiers in Robot Wars and the tag team where they fought with Petunia and Predator. It was Uppercut, I think. What was Uppercut? I can't remember what I was talking about now. MIT, yes, that was it. They called out MIT and Uppercut, yes. Yeah, Shatter did show why Vita didn't fire his hammer. You lose if you don't fire your hammer. You also... Oh no, they won, didn't they? So don't fire your hammer. That's how you win BattleBots. You heard it here first. Yes, the video where Petunia and Ominous was meant to be in this season of BattleBots but couldn't come across because of COVID-19. It's a new BattleBot by Tim Bowens, who built Reality, of which I have the disc over there, and what else did he build? Wayo from BattleBots. Wayo. Yeah, it's a good video. Euron has showed me as well. Oh, I can't show that comment. Rip. The fight would have been one of the reasons why the builders weren't happy with the beta rotator outcome. Basically. You know, Mr. BK, you could make, and I won't do that to you. No, I won't make you make the little legs. Do we think there will be any unaired fights for BattleBots 2020? Probably. There'll be loads of basement fights. I mentioned they've done some whiteboards as well. Chomp does look great, but I do hope somebody breaks it because I have it as a bingo card that somebody breaks the little legs. So I do hope somebody breaks it so I can get that bingo square. I'm a sadist, and that's the only reason I want it to happen. It's like somebody saying, oh, what a lovely chomp you have there. It would be a shame if someone were to break it. Thank you very much, Mr. Liamland. Happy New Year to you as well, fella. Does anyone know how to watch the Discovery Plus BattleBots content outside the US? Do we know that it's not coming out outside the US? I don't know. If anyone can confirm or deny this, that would be lovely. I have asked BattleBots, they haven't got back to me, so... Who knows? Have friends in the US? I don't know. Lois Gaming, BK making out wait Chomp. There's a comment that you can't see because it's been held, and I can't show it for some reason, but it just says, at Lois Gaming, I wish you death. Which is amazing. I love it. Can't wait for bounty hunters to drain my wallet. Yep. Update on painting. So awake right now. I've been making all of the bots that are competing in BattleBots 2020 out of Lego, and I want to ask for any tips with how to make them look better. It takes a lot of work, practice, and thinking about ways of building round things. So I'm currently, if you've seen a video on my channel for Lego Digital Designers, that's another good tip. If you want to build accurate-ish looking robots, then have a look at Lego Digital Designer to have a go at CADing it first. I've ordered all the parts to build Rusty, so there will be a Lego Rusty on the way soon, but I'm waiting on a Lego order for that to happen properly, so yeah. But what I've done is I've ordered a sticker from Redbubble, which has a face-on view of Rusty, and I've cut that face out and put it on the robot, so it looks more like Rusty now. It has eyes, which is wonderful, and if I could get to it, I would show you, but it's over there, and I can't move my setup because I would have to move everything, so I'm not going to do that. Death is coming to me soon in the form of 51 shots. Oh, I need to go and give that post a love heart. Yeah. Ghost Raptor can. Oh, you should make an Antweight Ghost Raptor. No, I've done it now, haven't I? David's buzzing on paint fumes. Wonderful. Open a door, David. Open a door, please. We don't want you passing out due to paint fumes. That was me at Easter. Thanks for keeping us up to date with the news of Robot Combat in 2020, and I hope you will have a nice break in January, and can't wait for more content from you. Thank you very, very much. Yeah, I'm going to be working out a few things in January, including how I'm going to get Grand Slam Series 2 out to you all. It is going to be a joint project of myself and Anderson9132, who does the RWA Rebirth series. We have the beginnings of a plan of how we're going to do it, and we will get it to you as soon as we can. I do need to give it a love heart. We need to make that 52. I'm gonna go and do it after this is finished. More shots for Four Corner. Yeah, good. I think that is just about it for the news this week, and for the news this year. Any more news that will come out will go on the World of Woodrow Facebook page, and any news that comes out in January will also go on the World of Woodrow Facebook page. Links to which are in the description below, as I've said, and there are links to all of this week's stories on the World of Woodrow Facebook page, and for all of the news stories from this year. Guys and girls and dogs and anybody else who might be watching, thank you all so much for supporting the channel, for supporting me, the news this year. It has been a wonderful time, and I wouldn't do it if I didn't have an audience to do it for. As I've said multiple times, I do YouTube for me first and foremost, and if I stop enjoying it, I stop doing it. And what has made me enjoy it more is being able to communicate more with you guys. Doing it live has been really good fun, and actually having a conversation of sorts to talk about what is happening. I don't know what the news will look like in the new year. That we may get set up in a better setup than me sat on a bed in front of a lovely red wall with a support penguin next to me. But please know that the news will come back, and that I will still be appearing on other things as well. I'll still be on the Robocast, who this week we are talking to Mr. Craig Danby. So look forward to that. That is all we have time for. I am going to go now and do other things. Enjoy Tier 4 lockdown. Oh, good fun. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, give it a like. Do subscribe to the channel if you are new to it, and have a very happy new year. And I hope for all of you that 2021 is a better year than this year has been, because we all deserve something better next year. So yeah, that is my New Year's message to you all. See you all later. So long, farewell, Auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye.